This system lets you upload any kind of client document, and within seconds your data is extracted, structured, and ready to go. No guesswork, no formatting, no can you check this field again? Just done. Because this is what was happening before. A contract comes in, somebody opens the PDF, scans through page after page, finds the client's name, copies it into a Word template, then hunts for the job title, the salary, the start date, switches tabs, updates a field, checks formatting again. It's tedious and it's error prone. And it's quietly stealing hours from your team every single week. Legal professionals don't lose time in courtrooms. You lose it chasing PDFs, digging through contracts, copying client names into templates, retyping job titles, checking compensation fields, and doing it all over again with the next client. I've built and scaled AI systems across enterprises and SMBs, and this bottleneck, it's the same every time. It doesn't matter if you're using email, Dropbox, Google Drive, whatever legacy system, this friction shows up right at the intake. The system that I've built doesn't replace the process, it just removes the part that slows it down the most. Okay, so let me show you what's actually happening under the hood here, and I'll keep it very simple. So your team uploads a document, our system first validates the file, we're doing that programmatically. Then we're using AI and OCR to extract the fields, we're programmatically structuring them by using AI a little bit, and then we're basically creating a PDF that you can just upload into your workflow, or the functionality could be built on top of the system pretty easily to integrate with other workflows. And let's go through a quick demo. So I have a dummy contract prepared over here. So I'm gonna upload this document. It's a contract of employment. Currently the system is processing two types of documents, but not two formats, more formats. So we process the document. As soon as I hit upload, the system will pull out the data that your team would manually extract by hand in seconds. So here we can see that it extracted. It also was able to figure out what are the benefits and list them here. So we can now just download this. And in a matter of seconds, we're done. Okay, so let's check behind the scenes now. So the first thing that runs is this function here. So this component takes the uploaded file and it runs it through a preprocessor that works with real-world documents, even the messy ones. This layer is using OCR, which is optical character recognition. And this is how we use AI to read the text from the scanned documents so the system can then understand them. We're not building a chatbot here, we're building a structure that you can trust. And we're using AI in certain parts. If your system breaks, the moment when somebody uploads a scanned PDF with some weird formatting, that's not a solution, that's a liability. And this step handles that cleanly. So let's look at the next step, which is the extraction service. And that's the step where we bring in OpenAI, but in a way that's tightly controlled. So if we check at this extract deployment contract, we're calling extract structured data, which is this. And that would be a method or a function. We're not just feeding the AI a giant blob of text, hoping things get done right. We're telling it, here's exactly what we want, here's the format, and here's the schema. And then the response model is the employment contract. So that is exactly what we want to be extracted from that contract. And we don't want anything more, anything less. This is exactly what we want. And if it doesn't meet our rules, we catch it instantly. So that's what tools like Pydantic and Instructor do here. We are hybrid programmatically, making sure the AI gives us exactly what we want and that we don't leak the broken data downstream. So the output's not then just close, but it's structured, it's reliable, and it's useful in real workflows. That's how you can use AI in real world. Once we have that clean data, we turn it into a PDF, and that function basically takes that structured data and it creates a PDF that the user can download, upload into their system, or we can do something else with it also while expanding on the system that we just built. The point is that the data is ready at the moment this function stops processing. And if you've been spending time formatting your summaries, pasting client details into templates or exporting PDFs, that can be gone. So from upload to summary ready, the whole process here runs without any human friction. The best part is that this system is not just some fragile script that breaks down every time you upload a little bit of a different document. It's been designed so it processes real-world, messy data. So if we check here the diagram of the system, we can see that each part is modular. Each is independent, but somehow connected to the other. Being modular means that you can build on top of the existing system in a very safe way, without breaking anything that you've already built. So next thing could be sending that document into a folder that is created on the fly when a new client sends in their documents, or an email notification could be sent to a certain lawyer based on what type of case is this, and other things as well, such as an integration with your CRM. So all of that without having to rebuild anything, just build on top of that, one module at a time. Now if you're thinking we tried those AI systems before but they didn't stick, you're not alone, and you're right to hesitate. This system isn't some plug-and-play SaaS tool that wants to rip out your process and start from scratch. So what I built here is based on a real client case, and it was designed to integrate with their system without disrupting how the firm was already working. Of course, it's simplified for the purpose of the demo here. All the data was changed. So all the data in the contracts and all of that, that's dummy data. The difference with other platforms here is that this system didn't remove their workflow. It just removed the bottleneck in it. And by the way, what I'm showing you here, that's not their code. That stays private, like with any of my clients. It's just a simplified replica. It was built to show you how fast those things can be taken care of without human involvement. And this is a use case where you can really trust AI. You don't need to swap platforms, buy new ones. You just need something that plays well with what you already have. So if this process that I showed you today felt familiar, that's not a coincidence. That was the point. I didn't build this just to experiment with AI. I built this because many law firms are losing hours and hours doing manual work, which could and should be automated. So here's what I would ask you if we would be on a strategy call today. So what's one manual task that your team is repeating every single week? Is it pulling info from the contracts? Is it prepping templates by hand? Is it sorting documents into folders? Is it double checking that all the fields are correct? So if the answer is yes, that's not a workload. That's just a candidate for automation. Because the real opportunity here is not some new tool, it's removing the slowest and the most painful parts of your workflow without completely changing how your team operates. And don't start until you find something that is perfect. Start with just one thing. What's painful? So if you're watching this and thinking, yeah, we've got something like this eating our time, then you already know where to start. That's what I do. I work with small firms to help identify those parts that burn the most, and I help eliminating them quietly without changing how you work. No disruptions, no major transformations needed. I just focus on what really frees up your team and gives you those hours back. So there's no theory, slide decks, just proper systems. So if you're curious how something like this could look like in your firm, there's a link below to book a free strategy consultation with me. We'll map out what's costing your team's time every week, how a fix could look like, and whether it's something we can solve in weeks and not quarters. So this is how you get the real ROI from AI. No hype, just results. Hit like if this saved your time, and subscribe for more real-world AI use cases. See you in the next one.